he finally took the floor as the Clippers, they faced off against the Blazers in Seattle. Also, the return of Damian Lillard. There he is. Kawhi Leonard, we got to see him in the first half. That's when Ty Lue decided to play his starters in this game in Seattle, Rich.
Yeah, look, getting Kawhi back, you got Dame Lillard back. I just am glad to see him on the floor, and I know a lot of people are picking the Clippers as that sneaky pick, a sneaky favorite to win a championship. I'm sorry. I still am one of those people that believe that Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, they have something to prove before I start saying that they are an NBA contender.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're talking about people like me who have them in the Western Conference Finals right now.
Yes, 100%.
I have them there, Malika, right now.
Well, particularly when they have John Wall and he's healthy, when they have Paul George playing the way he was, then you can see Damian Lillard, he is not afraid to hit the floor, getting back up to Dame speed on Dame time.
It's great to see Dame back. When he's healthy, he's one of the top players in the league. But again, Kawhi Leonard, he's going to drive the championship aspirations of the Clippers.
Well, particularly when Reggie Jackson is dishing and diving like that, and you can have a finisher. And look who loves it. It's Steve Ballmer. I'm not even going to try to do a Steve Ballmer impression because I don't have the energy that he does. I mean, what the Clippers were doing last night, it seems like Clippers fans, I'm with Jalen, they should feel pretty good heading into the season. But let's see how they felt after the game.
I mean, the body feels good. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be playing 35 minutes, 38 minutes to start. So it's going to be a little shaky early, probably. But like I said, it's a journey, it's a process. And that's what I'm about.
Back here with Jalen, Richard, and welcoming in Zach Lowe. So, Zach, let's start with you here. What was your first impression of seeing Kawhi Leonard last night?
Did Richard say they're a sneaky contender to make
low.
the finals? RJ,
Get low.
there is nothing sneaky about the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard looked pretty much like Kawhi Leonard. This is the deepest team in the NBA, and I've said it before. This is the biggest year in the history of the Clippers franchise. This is year 4 of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. It feels like yesterday that the literal earthquake happened upon the signing. It's year 4. They already broke the Clippers' curse of getting through the conference finals. That monkey is off their back. It's time, and I don't think there's anything sneaky about them. I think Clippers, Warriors, Nuggets are the class of the West. Any of those 3 teams and several others have a shot too. Suns, Wolves, Mavs, on and on. But those 3, I think, start at the top. And the Clippers, they can go 5 out. They can switch everything. They've got shooting and defense galore. If it's not this year, when is it going to be?
I don't know when it's going to be, but this is why I'm a little apprehensive about saying the Clippers are my favorite. I'm going to go down the list. 1, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, they were both on that team that was down, that was up 3-1. And ultimately, we talked about Paul George and how his poor performance. Kawhi Leonard was there also. Then when we talk about, look, they have a 2-time Finals MVP. Well, we've seen other Finals MVPs be criticized, and I'm not trying to criticize Kawhi Leonard by any means. This man is an all-time great. But he was not the number 1 guy on that San Antonio team. Fast forward to Toronto. He had one of the most epic runs that you could ever have as a player. And if it wasn't for 2 of the 75 greatest NBA players of all time, and yes, I'm including Klay Thompson in the 75 greatest, I don't think that they win. So that's not to minimize his accomplishments. It's to say that as a leader, from start to finish, in my opinion, Kawhi Leonard has not led a team through an entire postseason. And on top of it, his health. That is something that I am personally concerned about and I'm wishing positive for. But there's just too many of those little things that when I look at this Clipper organization, I still think that they have to prove something to me, and that's players on down.
Zach, I know that I could see you in a side monitor waving your hands at the things that Richard was saying. How do you feel about that?
We're talking about the 2014 Spurs. We're talking about the bubble still. The Clippers didn't want to be in the bubble. The bubble's over. RJ's right. The bubble was embarrassing. What happened to them there was embarrassing. It's a whole different team. We're going to sit here and discredit. Kawhi Leonard's never led a team to a championship? What are we doing, man? Did you see it? Yeah, I know Durant got hurt and Klay Thompson got hurt. The Warriors weren't the Warriors, the super team Warriors anymore. You see what that dude did against Philly in the playoffs, against Golden State in the playoffs, against the Bucks in the playoffs, against Dallas and Luka in the playoffs. I know those were first-round series against Dallas. This guy is an absolute killer. If he's healthy, they're as good as anyone in the NBA.
And he played for Steve Fisher at San Diego State.
Okay.
Let me just tell you something,
Of
Richard.
course, obviously.
You proceed to say why you're not doubting Kawhi, but then you give all of the reasons why you're doubting Kawhi.
I said something
okay,
to prove.
okay.
He got something to
All right,
prove
hold
to
on.
me.
You questioned him as a leader. You said he wasn't the guy for the Spurs. You said he only won because of the two of the top 75 weren't playing. And then you said they lost a 3-1 lead in the bubble. The past don't matter.
Okay.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he one of the top 3 players in the game.
Agreed.
The last time I was on the show, we did a list of who's the best players, and he was like 12th. That was a joke. Kawhi Leonard is the only player besides Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP, Richard Jefferson. He's back healthy, and they're deeper. Covington, Powell, PG. He don't have to play 82 games. John Wall motivated.
We know Kawhi's not going to play 82.
Ty Lue on the sideline.
Kawhi's not going to play 70 games, and that's
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
He won't need to.
Well, the Clippers need to. The Clippers need that type of force. In my opinion, you need an 82-game season. Not 82. I'm talking about like playing. I'm talking about that type of focus from their entire organization for 82 to finish in the top 1, 2, or 3 and make sure that they have home court. And then they have to be healthy and playing well down the stretch. To me, there's just a lot more questions before I say that they are the favorite.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.